When I told myself I'm definitely achieving my goals, I meant it. Holding yourself to a specific standard builds that confidence within you that you have never felt before. When you give yourself the opportunity and you constantly go after things, just do it, as in Nike says. When you constantly go after things that you set forth to do in life, that you believe yourself to be capable of doing, and you actually see yourself making progress, you see yourself impacting other people, making that change, that in and of itself is such a rewarding feeling that is uncomparable to anything that I have ever done in life. See, when I started this channel a year ago, I was completely broken. I was shattered, and I was talking about personal experiences that I have had and wanted to share that to the world, share that to people who may be struggling with a similar situation, similar things to me. This heartbreak that I have been feeling is something that has altered and changed me for the better. We talk about self-improvement a lot of times. Self-improvement, changing yourself, making yourself better, learning from your past, learning from your mistakes, learning that you are the one that is meant to change your life. It really does start with you. And self-improvement does not start with the amount of videos you consume. Yes, I'm talking to you behind the screen. It doesn't start with the consumption or just at the very thought of wanting to change yourself. It starts with the initiative and how you see yourself. Are you going to hold yourself accountable for this self-improvement, this change that you're seeking? When you seek to change yourself, you will realize, surely enough, that it is the hardest thing to do. You're shedding something that you have been conditioned your entire life to be. You're walking away from a version of yourself that you have been living in your day-to-day life. When you sought out to change yourself, when you seek to go on this journey, it will be a battle of you versus you, up and down, happiness and very depressive states, very saddening times. And I say this so strongly because I myself constantly struggle with this improvement, this self-image thing. And I'm not trying to be a perfect person, but I do see the improvement, the positive mindset change, the mental shift that this journey has brought. And the amount of people that also struggle with the same things that I'm going through. People may listen, they may see you, they may hear the things that you're going through, yet their input may not be out there. They may not be ready to share that with you. That's why I believe the amount of times that you constantly put yourself out there and talk about these situations, no matter what, you're reaching somebody who needs to hear that at that given time. They may not even interact with the video, but at the same time, they have seen what you are producing, what you are putting out. They have seen it, and they might resonate with what you have to say from your perspective. Even though it's been said by multiple other people, maybe the way that you say the situation or say the problem, the solution to the problem, is something that they haven't heard from these other people. Maybe it hits them in a different manner when it comes from you. We shouldn't tear ourselves down because we are starting from ground zero. You shouldn't tear yourself down because you aren't at an analytical number. That we have conditioned ourselves so much truly to crunch out and to reach each and every time that we go out to create these type of videos. Self-improvement is something that a lot of people seek to do. A lot of people seek to talk on, speak on. But it's really behind closed doors. What are you doing to improve yourself? How are you improving yourself? A way that I see it, I started recording these videos because it's holding myself accountable. I have a track record that I can see from my first day, first week, first month, all of these first or previous times and periods of me, myself, in real time. That's a past version of myself as well, because today I am a completely different person than I was a year ago. That heartbroken person, that person who was constantly struggling to sit in front of a camera and just speak. Because that perception was so ingrained within my heart that I was like, dang, if I talk about this, how are people going to see me? How are people going to perceive what I have to say? How are they going to digest and take in the authentic emotion that I had? And a lot of it was stiff. A lot of it was a bunch of contemplation, thinking about what should I say next? What should I create next? How do I connect to people from my own experience? And truly trying to force yourself to create something that is in alignment to what other people need. A lot of people are good with that. But me in particular, I'm going back to what I believe in and what I am trying to do and create. And that is something for myself. At the beginning of this journey, I thought that I wanted to create a community surrounding things that people come to me and I speak on and they ask about. I can very well do that. However, that was taking and tearing me down from the initial reason, my why. When you find your why and your reason and your purpose, you will chase after that all the more than trying to force yourself to be and change into somebody that you're not. Trying to output things in a sense that isn't true to yourself. A lot of times it is nerve-wracking to speak on, to talk about, to share. However, all in all, this is something that you should tackle headstrong without any deviation from remaining true to yourself. The more that you try to be someone that you're not, you will create a persona or person of you that you will no longer desire. The longer that you stay in this character that you created rather than being yourself. And at the end of the day, I remain true to me. This is all just my mental, and I aspire to help people understand that the person that you are is like no other. You are a unique individual, and your impact on this world matters. Some people don't want to be seen or perceived on a higher scale, which is fine. Live your life the way that you see fit in a positive aspect. I'm not condoning anything to live your life in a chaotic, no. You get what I mean? And from this, I hope that you have acquired newfound knowledge about yourself, newfound perspective about change and growth, and how it can be a challenge, but it's not impossible. Don't hold yourself to a higher standard don't hold yourself to a standard that is so high that you're unable to reach. You are able to reach that higher standard when you put in the conscious effort every single day, even when you don't want to. Because when you allow yourself to not do something when you do not feel like it, you will condition yourself to continue down this cycle. And then the self-improvement that you have sought out to do will be further out of your grasp. Continue changing, continue believing in yourself, and know that you have this.